Alright, what is good, fam, and welcome back to my channel, Side Hustle. It's your boy Daddy Nat. Today, talking about something completely different, going to go off topic. Shout out to Ming for encouraging me to do this, my videographer, editor. Today, I want to tell you guys a little story. It's kind of a little funny story, but I think there's a good lesson throughout. And obviously, you guys clicked the title of this, so you're probably wondering what the fuck I'm on about about World of Warcraft. But I think it's pretty hilarious. I think it's also like a modern story, and I've never heard anybody quite tell a story quite like this that relates to people, I think, more my age. Let me take you back to 2006, I believe the year is. And I'm sitting on my couch. Maybe it might have been 2005. Probably 2005. So I'm 2005. I'm like 12, 13, and I'm watching TV on a hot summer day, middle of summer, and on TV comes on this like gamer network. I think it was like E3 or some gamer channel that I watched growing up that I had. I'm watching this video, and there's this thing that comes on, and it's about World of Warcraft. And it's about basically these Easter eggs in this game. And I'd never even heard of this game before, but I was just kind of blown away. This open world where you can go and communicate in real time and have real humans online. It was just really fascinating to me. People were into this. And during that whole video, they start talking about this one really unique thing that you can do in the game, which is you can go and get this sort of like pet or this item, so to speak, that you can either sell or trade for a ton of money, or you can use and just have as this like cool novelty item in the game, which apparently gave you street cred. And that was this thing called a crimson whelping, a tiny crimson whelping. And essentially what this was is you would go and kill these like weird ass, whelping dragon little flying creatures in this very specific area of the game, and they had a drop rate. And every time you killed one, it would drop certain items. If any of you guys play this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it would drop these certain items, and those certain items, it had 1 in like 20,000 or 1 in 50,000 rate of dropping a tiny crimson whelping. And it was very funny. The very first time that I went out there, I went and I tried probably for, I don't know, probably 300 hours that I spent of this my damn time on this game. 300 freaking hours at least. I bought the game because of this. Because I watched this channel. It hit me. I was like, I gotta go. Hit my mom up. We had to go to the game store. I had to go check out this game. And I remember I went in and I talked to the guy behind the counter about the game at GameStop. And he was like, so you want to play this game? He's like, let me tell you, man, this isn't a game that you just go and f*** around with, bro. This game right here, man, you're going to need to sit and spend a minimum of 2 hours crunch time. Every single time I play, man, that's the minimum I'm putting in. So you got to take it seriously. And I was just like, that sounds insane. But little did I know that this game actually took over my life. And I went and bought this game, and I started playing it, and I just got so addicted. I had to level up very quickly at the beginning, but it's super nostalgic, this game. And I literally played this game for like hours on end. I would play 8 hours a day, basically all summer long. And I got to this point where I would just go over and over and over and over and over and over again and kill these things. And I went and killed these things for probably about 300 hours. And then I remember I was just like, dang, dude, I just still can't get anything to drop. And this guy who was a higher level than me came in and he teamed up with me. 20 minutes later, one dropped. He let me have it, and it was like the most epic thing ever. Probably 300 hours and 20 minutes later of me grinding over and over and over and over and over and over again to get this tiny crimson whelping, so that I can go and either sell it or use it as like, this awesome item. And I was just so addicted to this idea of this almost like lottery, of being able to capture this, and also just to go and grind it out and not stop until you've actually succeeded. This routine, I've noticed it's something that I have done in a several games, right? I know in for this game, for example, I played it for a while. I never even really got to like the max level or anything. That was legit one of the only things I cared about in the game. I thought it was I was really bad at the game, to be honest, but I just loved, this idea of this chance that if you keep on grinding away at it, that eventually it's bound to drop. Same thing could be like Minecraft. I don't know if you guys played Minecraft. You go to Minecraft and you're trying to find diamonds to go do certain things that you need diamonds for. They're super rare, but if you just keep digging and keep digging and keep digging and keep digging and keep digging, eventually you get that diamond. And it sounds insane, but I guess the reason I'm bringing this up is because in each of those situations, whenever I was sort of had recognized that there were certain statistics and there was just a matter of time, that if I kept doing and either kept, grinding for those crimson whelpings or I kept digging for those diamonds, that eventually one was going to drop and I was going to receive it and I was going to be stoked. And I just knew for a fact that the moment I set out on that mission, I knew for a fact that I was eventually going to be able to have it. It just happened. It was just bound to. That's just the way the game mechanic works. And I like to talk about this because I think it involves sort of two things that I don't know that people communicate the right way when it comes to what you need to succeed in anything that you're doing, especially the music industry. And that is that you need to be obsessed as fuck. You have to be so obsessed about the task that you have ahead of you, the music game, what you're doing, and a win-at-all-costs attitude. No challenge is too much. And I know this all sounds like cliche, but let me give you some examples. Every single day I'm posting 15 times on TikTok. I don't really like TikTok that much. It's not that fun, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm literally working every single day on a new song for 3 hours minimum. I'm spending 3 hours minimum on a new song, just new material. That's not including all the other things that I'm doing with songs, right? I'm spending every day, working out. There's so many different examples that you can use of this, but I have basically become obsessed and forced myself to spend this time, whether I feel like it or not. And you do that enough times, you get enough repetitions for it, you don't matter. I was going to go and grind those crimson whelpings all day long for weeks at a time in the middle of summer when I could have been doing other things. That was what I was going to do until I got it. And some days I was spending 16 hours on this game, dude. It's literally nuts how much time I spend on that game. But I bring this up because that's the exact same way that you have to treat it. And what's nuts to me is, man, people are spending their time, particularly musicians or artists of any sort, they go and spend time, they think they're relaxing on video games, and they get so addicted to these video games, and it's such an escape, and it's just dude, why can't you just convince your brain to use these same objects, these other things like music production, music marketing, and just embrace them and recognize they're going to suck, dude. And recognize there's going to be things that people say that think, you suck ass, and that everything that you make is horrible. You're always going to have haters, dude, but that's part of the game, man. In the same way that I recognize the game mechanics of how, World of Warcraft worked, where if you just keep grinding, you eventually get that tiny crimson whelping, you eventually get that reward in Minecraft, the same way you eventually get that diamond. The same thing applies for life, bro. Just keep going. Don't give up. That's literally the biggest, and these are such cliche things, man, but they're so fucking true. They are the most real things that you could ever imagine. It sucks because the law of attraction and all that stuff, I'm not really a big fan of that, man, but that's basically the picture. You have to be so obsessed, though. They talk about just being obsessed with something, just visualizing it. That doesn't work. You have to be obsessed. You have to be addicted to it. You have to basically, crave. You cannot go to sleep at night unless you've put in the work. You've left it all on the line to go do that thing. It really sucks, and it's very uncomfortable for a very long time at first. I've honestly only been pushing content super hard for maybe a little over a year now. Year and a half. Not even a year and a half. Maybe a year and a couple months. Dude, I've been making music for way longer than that, and I grinded out that as well. And you just have to continue to grind it out, man. The only way you become a master at anything is more reps. So that means more posts on your TikTok. That means more, posts on your Instagram, on YouTube. That means more songs. That means, more sales, whatever you're trying to do, man. I guess this is just to say is that everything I learned about hard work and grinding actually came from World of Warcraft. That's literally the legitimate message that I'm saying here is you just grind at all costs. In your mind, no matter what anybody tells you, no matter what doubt you have, and of course you're going to have doubt, right? Everybody has, self-doubt throughout the process. But, fuck that shit, bro. Just keep your head down, close your eyes, and just keep going. Just shut up. Don't listen to whatever your head is telling you, because it's always going to tell you to do the opposite of what you should do. It wants you to be comfortable. It doesn't want you to go the extra effort. It doesn't want you to put in this extra time. It doesn't think it's possible. It is. So now I'm ranting. The idea here is that, like, you go and become obsessed with these things to get these certain things in video games. You become so obsessed you don't quit until you achieve them. Why can't you go and treat music the same way? Why can't you go and grind it out? Why can't you, go treat it with the same enthusiasm as I did going after the tiny crimson whelpings in World of Warcraft? That's literally what I try to do every single day, and it's what's, slowly over time become my reward system, my routine. The things that actually make me happy are also the things that I strive for in my career goals in life. So anyway, I'm done ranting. This is the first video I've ever done like this. I hope it's interesting. I hope you guys enjoy this message. If you do, please let me know. I thought it was a super interesting topic and kind of, a weird way to go about it. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Hope you guys have a brilliant evening, and I will catch you on the next time. Again, it's Daddy Nat. This is my channel, Side Hustle. Peace out, family.